Okay, this tutorial will just look at how you're going to go about setting up your drawing to complete your survey drawing successfully. So in AutoCAD, as we've looked at before, you're drawing so that when we set out at drawing to an angle, out here is 0 degrees, up here is 90, out here is 180, and down here is 270, and it comes back around to 0. But when you're actually surveying out on site, true north is 0 degrees, and then rather than running counterclockwise or anti-clockwise, it runs clockwise. So it'll run clockwise, running down from here, and this being 90, this being 180, this being 270, and then bringing this back to 0. Okay, so in order to do that, we need to change the settings on our drawing. And by changing the settings on our drawing, it will allow us to complete our survey drawing. Okay, the way we do this is we go down to our command line and we type in startup. And what it'll ask is say, startup, enter new value. Now the default value that's set here is 1. Now it could be 3 on yours or it could be 2. It's between 1 and 3. But we'll put it in as 1, enter. And then what we'll do is we'll say new, type in new, enter, and it says create new drawing, and it says start from scratch. And then what we'll do is we'll go to our wizard. Click on our wizard, go to advanced setup and click OK. And when we come into advanced setup, it gives us a number of options. And we need to answer each of these. So the units, the angle measurement, the angle direction, and the area. So first of all, we go to decimal, we go select unit of measurement, we go to, now depending if you're drawing in meters or millimeters will dictate on how you do this. So if we go to meters, we draw to 3 decimal places. If we go to millimeters, we draw to 0 decimal places. And that's completely up to yourself. And it's something that you're going to have to look at yourselves when you're doing this. Because when you're presenting your actual drawing, it doesn't actually matter only when it comes to scaling. So I'm going to put mine in as 0 decimal places, and I click on next. And my angle is going to be in degrees, minutes, and seconds, and the precision is 0 degrees, 0 minutes and 0 seconds. So it's down to we're not going any further than that. We're not going to a point of a second. Click on next, and here the angle measurement, north is going to be up here and north is going to be 0. So click on that and north is 0. And then the next one is angular direction. Click on next and we go clockwise, so that this is north, this is east, and it's moving around this way. We click on next. This is just our area or our page size, and we click finish. That's set up for an A3 page. And now when I go to click in, and if I put in an angle, so if I can put in a distance, 1000, put in angle, and put in the angle of say 0. And that should draw a line straight up. Okay, just 1 second there, I'll do that. So I click on my point, my first point. I'll put in a distance, which is 1000, which is a meter, and then click there, angle, and 0D, enter. Go zoom, boom, extents. Let me just take a quick look at that. So click on our line again, specify our first point. And we'll go 1000. I'll click in, it's at 1000, angle 0D, enter. And then that's our line. So sorry, you have to make sure that you put the at. So if you can see the mistake I made there, I didn't put in at beforehand, and it meant that my line ran off in a different way. So now then, everything is set up ready to go with our drawing as it's set out there. So that there is our line running up that way, And if we take our an ID on this here, you see that's our start point, and then an ID on that there, and that's our finish point. So it's just 1,000 along the y-axis further. Okay, the next tutorial will deal with how you go about drawing it, and I've done a sample of distances and coordinates, and I'll show you how to do that in the next one. Okay, so that's how you go about setting your drawing up for your survey.